Hey guys, Kless here with another Unicorn Overlord unit guide. I'm going to show you an aerial death squad that I designed that really carried me through the Albion region. And what made me think of this unit? Well, I came across an item called the Aerial Standard when I was in Albion, and it got me thinking, what would happen if I put 3 Gryphon Riders in the front row? Would that work and just put out tons of damage? Well, this is what I came up with, and I can tell you it really works and it was a lot of fun. After deploying this unit on the battlefield, I decided to name it Airwolf after the action 80s adventure TV show about a helicopter that dominates the skies. This unit's been an absolute menace for me. With all flying units and access to haste and call, this unit flies around the map at Mach 10. With Rhaenys as the leader, it also has the ability to provide ranged assists. Let's take a look at some of the damage output it's going to do. You'll notice it takes almost no damage from anything it touches. Even a heavily armored unit still does significant damage and takes 0 damage. It's extremely strong and has very few weaknesses. If you find this guide useful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, as it does help me as a small creator continue to put out these videos and play the games that I love. Alright, so let's go under the hood and look at how this unit is actually designed. We're going to be using Rhaenys, a feather bow, Eumerus, a feather sword, and 3 Gryphon Riders in the front row. Eumerus is going to use the Nodo's sword, most notably for its 10 initiative. This sword can be achieved by going to the Southern Monument in Elheim. The Caecilius' shield also gives us plus 10 initiative. We don't need access to the skill because that's not why we use it. We just want that 10 initiative. The Angel Plume from the Divine Shard vendor is another 20 initiative. And then we're getting an additional 15 from a Raven Plume. This is going to boost us up to a whopping 87 initiative to open the fight. Now, with this Angel Plume, we're also going to have access to Tailwind. This is important because it's going to give plus 10 initiative to a row of allies. Except if you use it on flying, it gives double. So we're going to add 20 initiative to our entire front line of Gryphon Masters. Now, I've been asked, why don't we just use that on Rhaenys, because she already comes with that skill. But I found that Rhaenys is my best source of defense for this squad, and I want the ability to use Shining Light twice in the event that I get outsped. Incredibly rare, but this is my source of defense, and I want to have all of my PP reserved for Shining Light and Wide Inspiration. So let's take a look at Rhaenys. I'm using the Wingcrest bow because it grants plus 1 PP. I'm not worried about her critical rate. We're not using her for damage. Dove Plume for some extra initiative. We could change that to a Raven's Plume, but I have so many tied up on other squads. I gave her a Lapis Pendant to go up to 4 PP. And then the Dirty Gambler's Coin is really important, as this is going to give us a ton of damage. So let's take a look at our Gryphon Masters. The Boreas' Axe, again, lots of initiative, higher base AP, a little bit of evasion, doesn't really matter for the evasion, but can't hurt to have it. The Lamplight Ring, very important. This is going to give us our blindness immunity. I designed this unit very early on in Albion, and you encounter a lot of feather bows in that region. This is going to make it so shamans, feather bows, or any source of blind is going to be irrelevant for this squad. Raven Plume for some additional initiative. And here's that Wingline Standard that I was talking about. This aerial alignment skill activates at the start of battle. It's going to give us plus 20% crit rate, 20% accuracy, and 20% attack. I'm not really concerned about the crit rate or the accuracy because these 2 Gryphon Riders are both going to be using Sniper's Amber's Lens to give them guaranteed crits and True Strike. So this Wingline Standard is going to activate at the beginning of the fight. I'm also going to use this on her first turn for the blindness immunity. In her second available turn, she's going to add into the damage, and she's also going to boost initiative even further. Here's my big damage dealer here. This is Fran. I gave the Vorpal Axe, HP, and initiative, and just raw physical damage. The Hero's Medallion, plus 20% physical attack, plus 1 AP, plus 1 PP. Very strong item. The Sniper Amber Lens is the most important item in this build. This Hawkeye skill is going to activate before any attack. It's going to give me True Strike and guaranteed crit. Now, if you add that on top of the Dirty Gambler's coin, which is going to add 30% attack and 50% critical damage, guaranteed critical strike, true strike, attack up, critical damage up, just absolute wicked devastating damage. Same thing goes for Celeste, Wingcrest Axe. I don't need the critical rate. We can drop that 20%, doesn't matter. Base PP +1. Ancient Crown for more PP, all stats +5. Charm of Land and Sea, HP and physical attack boost. And again, the Sniper Amber Lens. Aerial Smite, attack a row of enemies. Cavalry targets cannot guard. Alright, we're always going to set these to row with most combatants. I have her prioritizing the back row. I leave some backup skills here like High Swing in case I lose AP. This is kind of irrelevant. I don't even need this here. Here's your Hawkeye from your Sniper's Amber Lens, and then her additional PP can be used to generate one more AP off her Griffin Glide, a little bit extra defense. So now that we've seen how the unit is designed, let's watch how the layers fire off in battle. There's our aerial alignment. It's granting us that attack up, accuracy up, crit up. We're focused on the attack up. There's our first attack, 87 initiative, leads into a tailwind. So now our whole front row got 20 extra initiative. This sets off my blindness immunity, guaranteed crit plus wide inspiration, an attack up, massive damage. Especially against that cavalry unit, you notice significantly more from aerial smite. Again, guaranteed crit, guaranteed hit, wipe the whole back row. This unit is going to do this to everything that it touches. One of the only weaknesses that I found is marching it blindly into stacks of ranged or magic assists, which is really a problem for any units. If you're just being completely careless on the world map, any unit's going to have that problem.
Sharp as an arrow.
Here you see it attacking scouts, using that true strike. Our ranged units are missing because we're using Shining Light for defense. So many defensive layers by being able to blind anything that touches us, on top of decent health and evasion. Because of how fast this unit is, the best defense is a great offense. This here is one of the other units I designed that's incredibly powerful. I use this unit to dominate the end game. I pretty much wiped out the final boss in one engagement, so let's see how it fares against this one. We're going to have some blindness. Protects us from Berengaria.
Victory is assured.
Blindness now on the front row. So now the entire opposing team is blinded.
Not finished yet. I'll protect you.
And now we're going to go on offense. So even with the initiative
I'll do
down,
what I can.
we still acted rather quickly.
I'll help.
Not a chance.
Let's be off. Pierced clean through.
So we just completely picked that unit apart with almost no damage taken. Well, there you have it, guys. That's a quick look at my Air Cavalry squad. Thank you for watching. Good luck on your liberation, and I hope you too can become a true Zenoran.